our journey continues. And for many, where theirs came to an end. Isla Nublar. This time, it's not just a park, it's a world. Simon Masrani believed he could succeed where others before him failed. Maybe if he had you there to guide him, things would have turned out differently. Jurassic World was to be the most desirable destination on the planet. New shows, new exhibits, and yes, new dinosaurs too. The miracles of science meets the magic of entertainment. They're not content with letting you see dinosaurs. No, you're being put smack dab in the middle of them, safely. That was the hope. And who's afraid of a little water? But what's swimming in that water? Well, that's another story. And if that's not enough, what about the dinosaurs nature didn't create? Each disaster, and I'm not sure what else you can call them, has intensified the scrutiny on the entire Jurassic Park, Jurassic World concept. The island belonged to the dinosaurs, and as fate would have it, nature would ultimately erase what we had unleashed. Park or no park, the dinosaurs remained, and they still deserved the chance to survive. So a group was formed, the DPG, the Dinosaur Protection Group, led by Claire Deering. But what if chaos had played out differently, and nature had not hit the reset button with such volcanic fury? What if Claire had the chance to go back, to see what she could do for those that were left behind? And finally, gift the dinosaurs the one thing we should have given them from the start: peace.
He senses something. He looks one way, he looks the other. He knows it's up. It's an ambush. He throws it off. This stick was running away. He has to find a new meal. There's no predators about. You can't. Now, as we see, here is the Spinosaurus, looking at its next prey, Stegosaurus. And here we see this Spinosaurus was imported from Isla Sorna. Currently, it was originally imported as an attraction. Now it's broken out and is free to roam the island. Currently, it's stalking its next prey, as Stegosaurus. He roars.
I'm here to rumble.
spooked and runs away. The T-Rex looks around, familiar with the noise. Just knows it's a helicopter passing by. It goes for its meal it earned. Now, let's check up the Carnotaurus. It smells an animal. He's running fast. Throw it, grabs it, and throws it. A competitor for food. It's a Metrolacanthosaurus, one of the park's most prized attractions, taking on the Carnotaurus. It's here because it wants the Monolophosaurus the Carno just killed. A fight is about to begin. Again, he runs. He gets thrown back. He roars. Now tries to bite the Metrolacanthosaurus again. It dodges. And then bites onto the car. And it starts flashing into the and then Cancerous is unaware. Gets stabbed through the skull and into the brain. And now the Carnotaurus has a meal that will last a few days. But let us now check on how the other Metrolacanthosauruses are doing on the island, or another one of its species. Here we see the wild Metrolacanthosaurus banished from its pack. Here we see the Sauropelta, armored and hard to kill, with spikes and armor all over its body. Let's see though if the Metrolacanthosaurus can succeed with killing it. Metrolacanthosaurus bashes into its neck. Sauropelta is pushed back. Surprised by the attack, it looks to see who just ambushed it. It's the Metrolacanthosaurus. As the Metrolacanthosaurus looks up, Sauropelta. As the Metrolacanthosaurus looks around, it doesn't know a surprise attack is about to happen. To the Sauropelta, the Metrolacanthosaurus with a surprise attack. It runs up, hits its head, running back and coming back for another attack. Sauropelta turns, only to get a lethal attack. Unbeknownst to the Sauropelta, where the Metrolacanthosaurus went, it was unsure, but all of a sudden, it saw its fate right before its eyes. As the Sauropelta is dead, laying on the ground, the Metrolacanthosaurus is found dead. Now let's check on how another Sauropelta is doing. Look for shrubs for its family. The wild Sauropelta is currently it has found some left over by the national container. Now, I believe. Little does he know, the ambush runs. The Monolophosaurus is stunned only for the Sauropelta to side bash it. A Plesiosaurus is stalking its next prey, but it's not gonna attack for now. The Sauropelta bashes the Monolophosaurus. The Monolophosaurus bites the Sauropelta. Sauropelta throws it. And the Sauropelta bashes it from the side. Only the Plesiosaurus drags it into the ocean. And the Sauropelta runs off. And This will cause of the Monolophosaurus being greedy. But let's see what happened to the mono and the plesiosaurus in the oceans. Here I see a wild plesiosaurus. Since it's a Monolophosaurus, it's going up to grab it. Monolophosaurus is being dragged down to the depths. It scratches plesiosaurus and tries to get away. But it gets bitten and pushed down. It starts fighting it. But with no avail. And it drowns. With the plesiosaurus now having a meal. The plesiosaurus feasted. It noticed something was coming. Looked around, and it was a mosasaurus. It swooped in and grabbed its prey. And swam up. The plesiosaurus was in shock and decided to retreat. But didn't know the mosasaurus was following. As the plesiosaurus tried to get away, the mosasaurus was right behind it. It tried and tried and tried. So it decided to go up. The mosasaurus splashes out of the ocean and brings the plesiosaur with it. And here comes, and the mosasaurus is now swimming away with its prey. Here we see the wild mosa. I don't know what to do for this thing. Hold on.
2 hours later. One eternity later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Here.
The mosasaurus hunts near the surface of the water, utilizing the power of a large paddle-like tail to quickly propel itself, unleashing a sudden attack to fatally incapacitate anything it could sink its teeth into.
That ain't good enough. Then here. There you go. There. Hope you're happy. There you go. You see a plesiosaurus diving down for some food. Little does he know he is being stalked by a Monolophosaurus. A different one than the one that was killed by a plesiosaurus. And now it's about to die when the plesiosaurus surfaces above the water. He's about to be ambushed. He flies along. And then his neck is broken by the mono. His neck is broken by the mono. It's dinner. But a fisher usually comes by. It's found the Monolophosaurus feasting its food and challenges it. Valiant tries to bite and misses. The Baryonyx gets up, tries clawing at the mono, and misses. Doesn't expect an attack from the mono. The mono jumps onto the Baryonyx, starts biting and clawing at it. Baryonyx throws it off. Baryonyx stomps and misses. Hits him with the tail. And then almost bites, but Monolophosaurus jumps onto the Baryonyx. The Baryonyx gets up and throws him. The Monolophosaurus jumps off the water and then killing it. Now the Monolophosaurus has a big meal. And now let's check up on the Allosaurus, a new type of dinosaur. Here we see the same Allosaurus that lost its prey, the Stegosaurus. But it will be going for more of an easy prey first, the Sauropelta, the armored dinosaur that is still tough. It has spikes on the side of it that can impale really hard. But now, it will try the tactic to kill it. The underbelly is the weak spot of the Sauropelta. Sauropelta is kindly evil. It loves these kinds of shrubs. But it doesn't know it's about to be assaulted. The Allosaurus roars. Okay. The Sauropelta stops eating, starts to turn to see what all the commotion was about. As he turns and gets out of the glass, he sees an Allosaurus. The Allosaurus bites down and roars at the Sauropelta and tosses it. The Sauropelta gets up and hits the Allosaurus and roars back. The Allosaurus grabs the Sauropelta and tosses it. The Allosaurus bites down on the tail and throws it. The Stegosaurus, now being impaled, topples over. And then the Sauropelta is left lying on the ground. One dead Stegosaurus. The Sauropelta is about to be dead. The Allosaurus bites onto the stomach of the Sauropelta and kills it. Now, let's go check up on the Baryonyx. And Baryonyx war at each other. Little do they know, the Metrocanthosaurus is trying to get away off with the food. Now it's but he doesn't know. Now let's check up on the T-Rex. Here we see the wild T-Rex, one of the park's most famous attractions, chasing the Stegosaurus. Little does they know that the Spinosaurus is on the play in ambush. The Spinosaurus bites the Stego's neck and throws it down. The Spino looks at his food and looks at the ready for a fight. Goes again, only for the Spino to claw on the snake. The T-Rex bites onto the Spino's neck. The Spino throws him off. Then, the T-Rex headbutts the Spino. The Spino then bites onto the T-Rex's throat. I can cut that out. The T-Rex throws off the Spino and bites onto the neck. Then, the T-Rex now has a feast that will last for maybe a few days. Now, let's check up on Blue, the one that helped the T-Rex stop the Indom.
undivided scrutiny the entire Jurassic Park, Jurassic World concept. The island belonged to the dinosaurs. As fate would have it, nature ultimately erased what we had.
How many times do you have to see the evidence? How many times must the point be made? We're causing our own extinction. Too many red lines have been crossed. And our home has, in fundamental ways, been polluted by avarice and political megalomania. Genetic power has now been unleashed. And of course, that's going to be catastrophic. This change was inevitable from the moment we brought the first dinosaur back from extinction. We convince ourselves that sudden change is something that happens outside the normal order of things, like a car crash, or that it's beyond our control, like a fatal illness. We don't conceive of sudden, radical, irrational change as woven into the very fabric of existence. Yet I can assure you it most assuredly is. And it's happening now. Humans and dinosaurs are now going to be forced to coexist. These creatures were here before us. And if we're not careful, they're going to be here after. We're going to have to adjust to new threats that we can't imagine. We've entered a new era. Welcome to Jurassic World.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch. Creation is an act of sheer will. Life will find a way.
We can't keep her here forever.
They find her, we're never gonna see her again. We gotta protect her, that's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Come back.
I always come back.
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
As the stego doesn't. Oh, okay, let me try this. As this. What you doing? Stegosaurus is not observant. It's about to become the prey of Spinosaurus. God, I don't know. Oh well. Yeah. It's its next prey. The Spino. Wait, it's its next prey. The Spino is its prey. Oh, that was more ways I could screw it up with. Yo, Spino! It's a Spino! Fine, the Stego eats the Spino. How about that? Oh! You just made a puppy squeal. It's not a puppy. It's a giant scary spaniel. Yeah, I can. He's biting on, trying to hold a good. Wow.
Oh my god!
Not good. Not good. It's a she, actually. Well, it's true, according to the Jurassic lore. And that's another thing I've been screwing up. Every one of these, I say he. They're all she's. Charlie. Every one of these dinosaurs is female, so they would make sure they wouldn't reproduce. They've been calling them all he.
I thought all the raptors were male.
No, all dinosaurs on the island are female, so they can't reproduce.
So Dominus is a female?
Yes! T-Rex. Why do you think it's called Rexy? Do you think a guy would have that name? Every dinosaur you see in the franchise is a girl. It's never a boy. But maybe that'll change it in Dominion. Because I'm saying that because they aren't made by InGen anymore. So I don't know anymore. This franchise is destroying my brain. I'm really confused. Yes, just. And his name is coming on.
Allosaurus had never seen such brute before.
Bye.